Greetings, folks. Welcome to my little segment here on Geeking Poetic, where I discuss some of my favorite and most personally pivotal programs from my youth, and their significance not only on myself, but pop culture in general. For this first installment today, I'll be discussing, appropriately enough, the show that I'm borrowing the title and intro of this bit from. A show that ran on WGN Channel 9 Chicago throughout the 1970s and the early 1980s called Family Classics, starring Fraser Thomas. Thomas was well known as a television personality around the Midwest, hosting shows like that one, as well as being featured on The Bozo Show and hosting Garfield Goose and Friends. That's the silly goose in the picture frame behind me. I watched this show regularly on the weekends, usually while visiting my grandparents' house, while I was sitting on the floor or was on the couch, playing with toys or eating my lunch. Most of the stories presented on Family Classics were film adaptations of old novels from the early part of the 20th century or even older than that. My family would sit around and watch them with great interest, but to be honest with you, most of the time it was just background noise for me. I didn't really pay that much attention to them. But then one day in 1978, a Family Classics episode came on that truly caught my interest and sparked my imagination. They were airing the now classic 1953 film adaptation of H.G. Wells' The War of the Worlds. My knowledge of science fiction, or outer space in general, was pretty limited up to that point. Being so small, I was barely old enough to read. The scenes of the solar system in the beginning, or the scenes of the alien spacecrafts rising out of the smoke, or all the ensuing bedlam that happened with the humans trying to figure out how to save their asses from this invasion, really sparked my imagination and made me so interested in what you could expect from beyond the stars. This movie utterly fascinated me, and from there on I was smitten with books and comics and movies that dealt with outer space. As much as I loved Star Wars, Star Trek, and so forth, to this day, my love for what lies beyond really goes back to seeing War of the Worlds that one sunny afternoon on Channel 9. Luckily for me, my family were one of the first in the neighborhood to own a video cassette recorder, a Betamax no less, and my parents were nice enough to record War of the Worlds for me the next time they showed it on Family Classics the following year. From that point on, I was able to watch it again and again and again, and I assure you, that's exactly what I did. So in closing, thank you for watching, and join me again when I'll discuss more of my geeking classics from vintage television. If you'd like to see more classic Chicagoland television clips like I'm discussing here, please go and visit the incredible website www.fuzzymemories.tv, the Museum for Classic Chicago Television. They feature hundreds and hundreds of classic commercials, clips, show bumpers, and stuff that'll appeal to you even if you're not from the Midwest. Most of the footage there is supplied by fans, viewers, even industry insiders who used to work for some of these television stations. And some of those clips even come from my personal video collection on all those Betamax tapes. So thank you once again for checking out Geeking Poetic, Geeking Classics. Make sure you check out fuzzymemories.tv, and hopefully I will see you all soon. Farewell for now.